Alright, here we go again. Yeah. Time to check some people. Moorish World. Johnson Bey. Islam. I guess I gotta do what I gotta do. That's right. Islam. We for love, truth, peace, and freedom. Won't nobody do it, leave it to me, I will. You lames, you gotta chill, you so not real. I've been watching you fake snakes acting different, cause you don't live in the hood and don't get public assistance. Man, my people be tripping when they think they better. All type of degrees, still dumber than ever. So corrupt and foul, but they know how to hide. They polish their life, it look good on the outside, but pull the veil back and I expose them all. They be tricking worse than them shorties up in the mall. Getting high as a kite, beating they wife and got a mistress and got a nerve to look down on you. Them brothers is cursed, even worse than the no not. We know who you are, but all the heck you do is throw shots. We see what you got. Okay, you made it through school. Okay, you overcame. Lord, homie, that's cool. That's cool. So, you done came up with your little education. Now you wanna look down on me and my peeps? We'll keep on looking down. That's right. And watch us, we on the come up. That's right, fam. Let's go. I'm sick and tired of these lame old frauds. Keep picking up the mic device, acting so hard. I've been through that fire, the type of thing like you will commit self-murder. You acting like life so sweet over a beat. In the street without your heat, you clowns is weak. In the spot in the box, you straight mince meat. Them tattoo tears make you look like a geek. Little sideshow freak, acting like they G, acting like they me, or who I used to be. But they all be embellishing, no effing intelligence. Taking care of your seeds, irrelevant, impressing them shorties, cause she got a little shape. But her nail and her weave, her whole style is fake. How can she be a dime, her brain flat line? Her birth canal is probably foul as swine. Oh, yeah. Spit a few bars, somebody put you on. Now you act like you hard. You ain't hard, nah. You straight bluffing. Exactly. I'm getting at you. Let's go. I'm trying to tell you all, just wake up. How many lives will we destroy to get caked up? How much time will it take us to even the score? How many dope fiend babies on the NICU floor? How many queens gotta turn into crackhead whores before we understand our savior is yet to be born? We got our eyes to the sky, the solution is in us. God put that with us. We born winners, we choose to be sinners. I play a law, forgive us and forgive me for the way that I choose to deliver. But my message is the same as the Moorish Quran, but I say it in a way that certain people will respond. So go ahead, talk, ridicule and judge me, and go and sit around and watch things get ugly when it all fall apart. The people you look down on, they be the only one that you can count on. It ain't look like your mother, father, sister, or friend. We need to realize we all we got in the end. Ain't nobody coming to your rescue but you. Instead of running your mouth, won't you see what you can do? Your life is only worth what you sacrifice. And black people, stop being so trifling. Asiatics, stop being so trifling. Come on, people, stop being so trifling. It's time for us to come up. We gotta stop playing, man.
I got to hurt.
More step to the front.
I got to hurt.
Stop acting like you
got to hurt somebody. Somebody got to get hurt. That's right, global African supremacy. That gas, baby.
I be that more
got to have that gas. You gonna make it move. Well, a lot of niggas' grandmas are Eastern stars. Well, I love you, grandma. But we waking grandmamas up too. We waking grandmamas up too. We love you, Granny. You the citadel of the family. We love you. But we waking up grannies too. Grandmama got to get woke up too. We love you, grandmama.
Speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people taught European how to bathe. And look at that women buying European hair. No love was love for yours. Whole generation chasing pills, weed, and syrup. Yeah, they love Lil Yachty, Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher, I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. All you super scholars holler, this era for the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for the people. Now tell me what's your purpose. I ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every mo that rock a fast. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before.
What it do, family? What it do? How y'all doing?
And some got it
How
right
we doing?
now. Don't say that I'm not down.
Check,
I'm coming for my
check,
fast
check,
mistakes.
check,
I want my
check,
time,
check.
my shirt, my stores, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and debate. Y'all keep hating when love is the savior. You don't love yourself, so you can't love your neighbor. That's why you killing, fighting, marry out of your race. If you ain't from Moorish World, get out of my face. Cause Chinese love China, Italians love Italy. If you should love the Moorish World, come on and build it with me. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number.
Check
I be
what
that more
two.
you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon'
right.
remember. Oh yeah. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I be that more you gon' remember. That time. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number.
Check, check, check,
I
check.
be that more you gon' remember. LA. I
Check
be that
1
more
2,
you gon'
check
remember.
1 2.
New York. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my
Check
number.
1 2, check 1 2. Family, welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. What up, Roller Curtis? How y'all doing? So, family, listen, I did a presentation earlier, right? And yeah, it went pretty good, man. I will continue to expose the frauds. Man, let me tell you something, family. So this is a whole different topic, man. Did y'all enjoy who was there? Hope was there earlier. Who else was there earlier on the other channel? Takaya was there earlier. Who else was there on the other channel? The Original People was there earlier on the other channel. So on the other channel, I did a presentation earlier because everybody seems to be following my lead. And it's amazing that I don't have one of those channels with 1 million and plus 5 followers. You know what I'm saying? I have just like the regular modest channel, but it's actually the trendsetter of channels. You know what I mean? It's the trendsetter of channels. And this is what we do, family. And if you want to continue this to continue, I will be reaching out for you to support some of the things that I'm facing soon. I'm going to make a video and I'm going to send it to your email. If I have your email, you will be getting one tomorrow because we got to keep this going, man. I love to do it, but I cannot do it if I don't have the proper support. There's no way I can do it, family. I got a lot of fires going on. You know what I'm talking about? There's a brother named, I think it's a brother named, brother from the NOI. He said, Grand Sheik, you putting out you putting a lot of fires out there, man. Come on, man. You got too many fires going. Yeah, I got a lot of fires going, man. You know, these people getting mad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people getting mad, man. And although one thing that you have to know is that most of the time that these people get mad, and they start talking about filing lawsuits and all that. Anybody can file a lawsuit. Anybody can file a lawsuit. It's your right as a United States citizen to do that. But what they will try to do, they will try to exhaust any financial responsibility that I have alongside of trying to go up against these big grifters. You know what I mean? These big grifters, they have some extremely well organized attorneys. It's kind of like Unc said from Amon Ra Squad, a organized lie. An organized lie. This is, I mean, and they have big, I mean, come on, man. They grifting for millions of dollars. So, of course, they have access to legal representation. What up, George Waiters? They have access to a legal representation that I may not have. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, so no, don't send anything yet. I'm gonna do a fundraiser, and I'm gonna have my Zelle. I'm gonna have my everything tomorrow. Don't do anything yet. Because I want to get y'all the information. Y'all need to see the information first. You know, y'all need to see all the information that I'm up against first. But with that being said, and definitely Thurman Smart, he's going to see it because he's in the membership section. So I'm going to definitely put a short video out there, and I'm going to ask you to send me your email so I can get you the information. But family, one of the things, I was talking to a few people about the election, and many people, our people, let me just start right here, family. Our people are so messed up that we really believe that this government is going to yield us reparations. I'm not of that thought. I'm of the thought that the only way that you're going to get reparations, I'm going to get reparations, if we locally master the election process, put us in power, and us will be the one that write the check. In the state of affairs that we are in right now, I think that's a little ways off for us to put us into position. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's crazy. Whenever you see family, this is going to be going in towards of a podcast too. So I'm gonna do a lot of talking just as podcasts do. I have on my radio voice. But whenever you see every other year, you have midterms and you have the regular elections, right? But every other year, you're going to see distractions. Do y'all notice that last year, 2023, there wasn't many people talking about reparations? Press 7 if you're with me. Did y'all notice that? Do y'all notice in 2022, it was at its height? Trying to get Trump back into office, it was at its height. And when you understand the dynamic, of how these politics works. Let me tell you something about politics. 2 tricks that they have played on us about politics. They one of the tricks that they played on us about politics is that it's fake, it's corrupt, and it doesn't benefit us. Well, that's only partially true. When you know how to utilize politics, then it can benefit your group of people. But as long as you play politics in the way that they give you the rules to play politics, then it will never benefit you or your people. So the rules that they give us to play politics is never talk about who you're voting for. Keep that to yourself. Because in America, you know, we have this thing that we should not infringe on people freedoms or liberties as it relates to voting. So keep that to yourself. Family, we should never keep our voting to ourselves. As a group of people, we need to learn how to organize vote. If we want voting to work, we will have to organize locally, and we will have to organize a significant amount of people to move at the sound of one person's voice, and that one person will make sure that the representative that they put into office will represent that one voice of all the people. That's how you really vote. With us, we get caught up in the party voting, the Democrats, the Republicans. Soon as somebody says something good, locally, we're so unorganized that that's a long way off too, to even vote in such a way where we can put one of us into office that think alike, that have the same concerns. You know, it have to be an organized vote. That's the only way voting works. That's it. But to tell someone just to go and vote, or tell someone to imply that a Trump or a Biden is the best candidate, that's not an educated vote. And some of the most educated people amongst us, they still use that methodology. They never look at issues. You know what I mean? No. Thurman Smart say, GS, I think it's selected before it's elected. This is how you vote. We are supposed to select one amongst us and then elect that one. That's how voting works. If voting was already prearranged, trust me on this one, these Europeans, let's use Trump for example, they wouldn't go the distance that they go in order to rig it by the way of influence. In other words, it was reported that the last election, Trump spent allegedly over $18 million or more to try to get into quote unquote black circles to influence them to either to vote for him or to not to vote for the Democrat. And he spent money on this. Now, he was out there rallying the votes for the conservative and even the racist European. But behind the scenes, he had people on a mission to distract a group of African Americans or Africans in American or black people, whatever you choose to call yourself in this hour, and to even influence them to vote for Trump. So let me give you this. He also allegedly paid Kanye West to run so Kanye can be a distraction and possibly take votes from the Democrats. Knowing that Kanye did not stand a chance to win, but if Kanye take 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 votes, whoever, how many ever he can take from them, then that's less votes. And me and the sister was talking about this behind the scenes. That's less votes. He don't need them votes. He just don't need them to get the votes. You see? The Grandmaster Jay, he ran for office too. That's one of the Republican strategies, that they will place somebody in there to run as a distraction. And even if they just confuse people enough not to vote, that is a vote that the other side won't get. Now, my thing is, I don't think any of them going to do much for our situation at all in the first place. I don't agree with that. I just don't think that. Not on a national level. I don't think their concern is maintaining their power. Their concern is not to help us get any power. So this year election, the big distraction is Cornel West. Now, everybody knows that Cornel West is definitely a op and a sellout. If you don't know, you should know. I mean, come on now. Cornel West is now the object of being the one that's a distraction. Now, Cornel West is not going to win no presidency. I mean, come on. Are we that crazy? He's not going to win the presidency. But he's there running. And he's there running as a running distraction. His running mate, here's his running mate. This is his running mate right here. Now, come on, family. Melina Abdullah. He is running for the presidency, and this is his running mate. Come on, man. Listen, I don't doubt their ability. I don't doubt their politics, but what I do doubt is the aptitude that it would take to even be considered on the big stage. It doesn't make sense. And we fall for this stuff all the time. We fall for this stuff all the time. These same people is allegedly working for the same establishment. This is a distraction. It's a total distraction. And so this is why I named this Trump and the Negroes reparation distraction. Because it's all a distraction. And that's all you're going to hear all the way up to reparations. That's all you're going to hear. These are the distractions. Whereas though, see, listen, when you're dealing with hardline politicians, when you're dealing with politicians for real, that's really about redirecting the country. Okay, let me get to it. So what Trump is really going to do, not because Trump wants to do it, Trump has been selected by a hidden hand to restart this nation. What do I mean by that? Trump is going to restart this nation. Trump, for all intents and purposes, will be the one that set off the cannons. Trump will be the one to instigate the cannons to go off. I don't care. Make me no different. Don't make me no different. I'm so sick of this sickness that we have as a people. I'm looking for the lights to come on and the roaches to start running. It don't make no difference to me at this point. You know what I mean? Because this is sick to see our people to be manipulated by ones that look like us for the ones that continue to oppress us. So I don't care. It doesn't make me one bit of difference. I know this might sound harsh. And it might say, oh man, you a Moorish American or you a religious person. Nah, man. Listen, I feel like Sodom and Gomorrah when the hell and the brimstone and the fire came from heaven. It don't make me a bit of difference. I'm not tripping off Trump. I'm not tripping off Biden. I'm not tripping off none of these Europeans to do for me what I'm supposed to be doing for myself. I'm looking for us to be put in a situation where we're forced to stick together and do for self. And we forced to take the head off of Satan. And I'm talking about take the head off these infiltrators who are working for the establishment to keep us in this perpetual situation. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know about you. I'm a little bit different. I feel like Nas in that song when he said, when we start the revolution, all you probably do is squeal. You know what I mean? When we start the revolution, I see a lot of people squealing. Because this is insane that we have come this far as a people from being, not only demarginalized, but just humiliated for thousands of years. And I say thousands of years, family, because they have been running into Africa. Humiliating us. So it's time that we here in America, we are the one that will set the record straight. But we need to be backed into a corner hard body. See what I'm saying? We need to be backed in a corner hard body. And so I'm looking forward to us being backed in a corner. Hey, I don't know about you. I'm looking forward for us to being backed in the corner because it seems like there's no other solution for our people who are so asleep. Listen, we got those that amongst us that are working for the situation at hand. Family, you ever notice, family, like in 2022, they were talking about reparations. They was arguing. They was fighting. They was cussing each other out on Twitter. Twitter was pushing it through the algorithms. YouTube was pushing it through the algorithms. You hear what I say? Facebook, every major social media platform in 2022, they were pushing it through the algorithms. In 2020, they were pushing it. They was pushing the Breonna Taylor thing through the algorithm. Every time an election is on board, they got a situation that emotionally have us responding. We are in a situation where the establishment, the oppressor, understand that we are emotionally responsive. We respond to everything emotionally, and they know it. And they know it. They know it. And so they put out emotional hot words, emotional situations for us to respond. First it was Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. Can y'all think back? Can y'all think back? Last year, it wasn't reparations. Reparations was 2022. Last year, everything was chilled. Last year came and went. This year, it's Gaza. That's right, Trevor. It's Gaza, and they're trying to revive reparations. But they're reviving, listen, they're reviving reparations in ignorant Negro's mind. The ignorant Negro, they respond to that. And these gatekeepers will drop these hot words about reparations. Let me tell you something. Why do a person like Cornel West, how can he represent a constituent? Where is his oppression? Now listen, I have no problem with interracial dating. I'm saying do whatever you want. It's your life. However, when you talking about liberation and freedom fighting, I am of the thought that you cannot ask for reparations for you and your people if you have broken the family unit for your people. You're not a good representative for reparations for Africans in America. You're not a good representative because the moment that is distributed, it returns right. It's just like people become stars and millionaires, and then they sell the company right back to the European. They struggle to get these loans. They struggle to get these advances. They struggle to get all the things that they need to make a successful company. And once it hits its plateau where they feel as though nothing more they can do to it, they won't pass it to their children. They sell it right back to the European. Look at BET. Same exact thing. Same thing. So imagine what happens. And like I said, it makes me no different who anybody married. I mean, it ain't make me no different. But the point is when you are for social advancement for a people, then it should be a concern. I guarantee you the European Jew would be concerned if they were getting rewarded or reparational compensation for the Holocaust. I guarantee you they would be concerned if something was distributed in the hand of one that looked like them but is in union with someone outside of their group. I guarantee you. And nobody would browbeat them about that. Nobody would browbeat the European Jew because they would say, hold up now. No one would browbeat any group of people that would say, oh, no. This is for our situation. They wouldn't allow someone to be their representative. Can you imagine a European Jew with a yarmulke on his head, walking around with Charisse, with braids in her head, talking about he need to get paid from 1939? Can you imagine? You couldn't even imagine that. See, we go for anything. You couldn't even envision that. He's sitting up there with his curly hair on the sides, the yarmulke on the head, sitting up there with Charisse, talking about he need to get compensation from what happened in Germany. Now, you know good and well that would look crazy. But us, we go for anything. We go for anything. We go for anything. The problem is that we sit back and say, well, that's okay. We sit back and do stuff like that. And I'm going to tell you, the play is already playing now. This is why, look, this is the rally back in 2023. This was a rally in D.C. in 2023. In fact, this was the anniversary. This is a picture of 2022. To my point exactly, what happened to the rally in 2023? What happened to the rally in 2023? Family, why nobody never questioned why there was no reparations rally that was popular and being pushed in 2023? Family, look at the play real quick. I want you to look at this play real quick, all right? Look at this play. All of the people that I've called out as suspects in ops are now having a reparations demonstration going off this year. And you will be surprised. If you're not paying attention, you would be surprised to see who's who. You would be surprised. But I guess I'm going to have to surprise you. I guess I'm going to have to surprise you. I mean, you will be surprised. Look at Big Shirley. Big Shirley, she has jumped into somebody's position. And look, vote for reparations. Crystal Muhammad, now she is on the reparation train. You see? You see this? I told y'all this is the play. Y'all don't understand the play? This is the play. Y'all see red, black, and green, and y'all think everybody for you. No. This is the distraction. This is the distraction. Now look. She have ran into another group, set it aside. The Republic of New Africa. She have tried to overthrow the leaders of the Republic of New Africa. Same way she tried to do the demonstration with the new Black Panther Party. And then, as Crip pointed out, look at the flag. This is her flyer. This is her flyer off of her Instagram. And as Crip just pointed out, I want you to take a look right quick. Take a look at the flags. Thank you, Cryptonomics. Ain't the flag supposed to be red, black, and green? Not green, red, and black? This how you know. This is how you know when the grift is at hand. They not even careful. You see this? You see this? This is how you know. The RBG flag is red, black, and green, not green, red, and black. This is on her IG. It's color specific. This came off of her IG, not mine. I didn't hook this up. But that just show you how these people, how they banking on the stupidity of those that listen to them. That's what they banking on. They banking on the stupidity of those that listen to them. And they're going to rile you up. Yeah, that was disappointing. Naps TV say Dr. Mayat lied about disassociating with Tariq. She's one of the keynote speakers in the upcoming rally. Yeah, that was something, because I see Dr. Mayat often, and I'm gonna ask her about that also next time I see her. I've been busy, but yeah. But look at Zeb Fly got the flag right on his right on his icon. But this is what I'm saying. When people come to manipulate, they're not even careful. They're not even careful. They bank on the stupidity of those who follow them. You know what I mean? Now, Crystal Muhammad is now in the reparations game. And it's the election season. Remember, it's the election season. It's the election season. Look at this. She already tried to overthrow the Republic of New African Leadership. Look at that. Reparations, sovereignty. That's another hot word. Sovereignty. These are the words that they use to distract people. You follow me? Reparations, sovereignty. These are the distracting words. Because they know that we respond to things emotionally. Because due to the institution of slavery, they have reduced us, many of us, to emotional human beings. Many of us, we don't, and I'm not talking about you here, we're critical thinkers, and this is why I do these shows like I do. Many of us will respond emotionally. This is how the NOI got a whole bunch of steam. They got a whole bunch of leg because they used the white man is the devil thing. The white man is the devil, you know what I mean? Touching your emotions. You feel me? The white man, the devil, the white man, the devil. And people begin to think about all the atrocities that was done by the European and like, yeah, this got to be the truth. But when you pull back the layers of the white man, the devil, and you look at the practical application of a nation of Islam, after all these years, after all of these millions of dollars, there is not one community, and correct me if I'm wrong, there is not one community, not one block, there is not one space in the middle of the woods where they done tore down some trees and created a community where members of the Nation of Islam live together and independent to themselves and provide for themselves independently after all these years. So that would beg the reason, is this really about a nation of peace? Or is this something else that's going on? The same recycled speeches, the same and I'm not one to be so hard on NOI, but I try my best to understand. But when you call yourself a nation and you have been afforded opportunity to at least create a block, a community, and you fail to do it, and the only thing you got left is to talk about aliens, talk about somebody's a Mahdi, talk about the next slick catchphrase. Come on, man. We as a people need to be waking up to this. NOI has, I said, a community. The Catholic Church got a lot of property. I said a community. I say a community. I didn't say a lot of property. I said a community. Like when you go to Hilltop Apartments. When you go to Hilltop Apartments and you go in and you don't know your neighbor, or you know your other neighbor over here. I'm talking about a community. Because from community can come a nation. And what I mean by community is that you got everything in common. That's what I'm saying. You got everything in common. I'm saying that y'all got a diet in common. Y'all got a God in common. Y'all got a dress code in common. Y'all got many customs in common. And I'm saying when you come out your house, you should be able to say, Assalamu alaikum, Miss Betty. Alaikum salam, Stephen X. And when you ride down the street and make the turn and they walking their pit bulls, they supposed to say, Assalamu alaikum, brother, salam. And there is nobody walking in your community that don't belong there. There is no European with teacup Yorkies trying to get in there because they like the peacefulness that y'all provide. This is what I'm talking about, community. And I'm saying that we as a people have been afforded, some of our organizations have been afforded opportunities to kick that off. And no one has stepped 1 foot in that area. No one. So at this point, I got to take you as being disingenuous as saying that you really about nation. I mean, I love you just the same. I like Owens L said the Catholics have, which is called Vatican City. There you go. I love you just the same. But we got to say that if we truly know that we are a unique, separate people and we are not moving towards that ideal, then we just fronting. It's the people with the big names, the people with the big audiences, they get to benefit from the ideal, while the worker bees believe in the ideal that's never in the cards in the first place, because there was many opportunities to pull it off. And I feel the same way about the Moorish Science Temple of America. From the time of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the Moorish Science Temple of America has been in shambles. We haven't had the opportunity to do that. It has been infiltrated from 29 until this day. We are still up against the opposition of infiltrators till this very hour. The same infiltrators from 29 exist right now within the Moorish paradigm. You hear what I say? So the Moorish Science Temple haven't even stood a chance to live out the creed as laid down by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. But the NOI had multiple opportunities. Multiple. And if we be honest, we would agree that no one attempted to do it. If we would be honest. And if we be honest, then if we ever want to break away from these institutionalized chains that we can't see no more, then we'll do something different. I like y'all tuning in. Crip say the Amish people got more nation building than absolutely, man. The Mormons, the Amish, the European Jew got neighborhoods here in Baltimore. We have here in Randallstown, for the last 10 years, there has been an African community building. And when I say community, I'm not talking about no shanty towns. They got a single family home community where all of them are living in. That's right. They got a church down the street. They wear the big old African church fluffy hats, the women do. The men wear the high water, little, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, that's right. The Nigerian the long shirt joint with the high water pants. Yeah, look like pajama pants. Yeah. Right in Randallstown here. So the whole point of the matter is that we got a lot of gatekeepers. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of distractors. Listen, family. We got a lot of distractors. When they start talking about reparations, know that it's a distraction. They not fighting for no reparations. You don't fight for reparations with rallies. You don't fight for reparations with conventions. That's not how you get reparations. Any reparations that have been on the books for any group of people was not done like this. It was not done with a reparations rally or convention. That's not how you get reparations. This is not how you get reparations, family. And I'm looked at as the bad guy because I got to tell you that you don't get reparations with conventions. If you're going to organize and strategize about reparations, you do that privately. And then you come out publicly and you execute the plan politically. Politically. This is an old guard right here. This is an old guard right here, doing the same thing that they was doing in the 60s. This is not how you get reparations. Anybody with any good sense know this is not how you get reparations. Yet, people will promote it. They want to feel good. They want to feel good. They want people to make them feel good. They want people to cater to their emotions. Everybody on here is suspect. When you see a Malik Zulu Shabazz, all of a sudden now he's on the reparations kick, it's suspect. This is not how you get reparations. And he's an attorney. He know reparations is two things about reparations that you can't get away from. It's political and it's legal. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. There's two, you don't get reparations by rallies and conventions. You can have private meetings to strategize, but reparations only comes two ways. It's political or it's legal. That's it. You file something in court and hopefully that the court will side with you. Or you move on a political platform. You don't sit out in the public on social media with these rallies and with all of this talking, strategizing, talking rhetoric. This has become a hustle. Listen, I'm rubbing two pennies together. But let me tell you something. If I was a disingenuous guy, I think I can speak well enough to convince people that we need to come together and rally and talk about reparations. But I'd rather rub two pennies together than to deceive and fool my people down some hopeless road. Reparations is a total grift. It's a total grift. And you may say, hold up. What you mean a grift? It's a distraction, number one, because this is not how you go and get reparations. All you got to do is look at history and you'll know that. All you got to do is look at any group of people that got reparations. This is not how they did it. That's number one. Number two, when you go to most of these reparation places, what they're doing is they're building an economy for the same people that they want reparations from. So the reparations convention in D.C., the airport, they got the airport on the website. They got the hotel, the Marriott, the Motto by Hilton, the Courtyard by Marriott, the Resident by Marriott, the court. Do you know how much money is going into the DC economy just to bring people to talk about reparations? Can you be serious? Can we wisen up just a little bit? Do we know that any time that a people assemble in any general location, it helps the local economy. So there could be a rally for reparations, there could be a convention, but it helps the local economy. People have to eat. There's no different when a concert comes to town. There's no different when a parade comes to town. There's no different when the carnival comes to town. This is what I'm telling you. So it builds, listen, man. Like I just assume, and maybe I'm wrong, I just assume that at this stage of the game, we're a little bit smarter than we leading on. I assume that we're a little bit more intelligent than this. Like, I can't say that, okay, what do you tell people that think we deserve to be reimbursed? I believe we deserve to be reimbursed or paid, if you will, reimbursed. I believe we should be paid for the work that our ancestors done. If my mother pass or transition and she decide to leave me something, I'm deserving of that. If she doesn't say that she's leaving it to me and she left something and I am the next of kin, it automatically goes to me. I'm deserving of that. I believe that we are deserving to be compensated for the work that our ancestor put in. I'm definitely not saying we don't deserve it. But what I'm saying is that these people are not walking down the road to get it. You got to remember that these people already got theirs. They already got theirs. You don't think Malik, after 30 years with no significant case under his belt, until recently he just got some notoriety for a popular case after 30 years screaming black power, after 30 years walking around with a bullhorn, after 30 years on Geraldo, CNN, C-SPAN, and ain't moved us one bit or 1 inch, or didn't even move the people that was following him 1 inch forward? You don't think he been paid? He lives right out Silver Spring in a house right on a hill. Can't name one case, one significant case. Most of these people that's doing these reparations rallies has already got their reparations. They continue to get their reparations by the way of grifting. They always got their reparations by the way of grifting. Look at this. Professor James Smalls. He's going to be speaking. He's going to be speaking at this reparations convention. Now we know Professor Smalls, hey, you cut the check, he's showing up. You cut the check, he's showing up. And one thing that I learned about Professor Smalls, that I don't care if you talking about aliens or Africans. Put it on the table and he can talk about it. Yeah, you know, see, all aliens, they come from Central Africa. You know, right in there, right before you get to Benin, the aliens, they come from there. And see, before they were gray, they were the browns. See, the brown aliens, they ultimately would become the gray. They come right there, down there in Central, you know, right by Niger and near Benin, you know, the gray. And all you got to do is tell Professor Smalls what the conversation is. I'm telling you, he going all the way in. And he ain't going to blink. He ain't going to blink. I'm telling you, I love Professor Smalls, but I'm telling you, talk about, listen, go after the show, go check out some Professor Small videos and just randomly put in Professor James Small and look at the various topics. Him and what's the brother that I forget the other brother name, with the he looked like kind of Native American Indian. Coleman, Booker T. Coleman, he do the same thing. He say, say, okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about canines that originated, come on, give me something. Mars. Okay, canines originated in Mars. So yeah, when our ancestors came and we wanted to go hunting, we needed help. and we needed help. This Booker T. Coleman, and we needed help. And our spears would break, and we was like, okay, since the Browns came from outer space, and they ultimately were the Greys, we decided that we was going to bring some canines from Mars, and you call them dogs, and we bought the canines, and now we use them as our hunting companion. And then y'all ever see him do that smile? Whenever he do that smile, Booker T. Coleman, it's a wrap. He would talk about canines from Mars and talk about how they're so proficient in catching deer. And then smile at the end. Because if you can cut Professor Smalls and Booker T. Coleman a check, they will talk about anything. Anything. I don't care what it is. Just like Polite, just like a lot of people on Brother Rich channel, if when 5G came out, shoot, they went from talking about the COVID-19 demonstration straight to 5G. 5G ain't popular no more. Notice ain't nobody talking about 5G technology. Polite was oh my goodness, he was very proficient in 5G. Red and blue pill, oh, they was so proficient in 5G technology. 5G technology is on average modern cell phones right now. You don't hear nobody talking about 5G no more. They got the cell phone and all. Y'all ever notice these things? But this is the grift. You got low-level grift and you got a high-level grift. The reparation is a high-level grift. Like I said, it's a distraction. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Haru Ra Patah, that's right. They come from the dog star. You know what I mean? Yeah, they start saying all type of stuff. And if you watch them long enough, you'll know this. Let me tell you how I know this. I used to be taken aback by this stuff. When I started listening to Sinetta TV back in the day, I used to be like, wow. I used to think this stuff was real. Like, whoa. Dang, that's deep. Whoa. And then after it's all over, right, I be laying back thinking about it like, man, I'm tripping. That stuff ain't deep. I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you, you got Professor Small. And I really like Silas Muhammad. And Silas Muhammad, he has been on the ground pushing for recognition at the UN. However, I'm of the thought that you need to build it from the ground up and stop looking for Europeans to validate what you're doing. But they got Silas Muhammad on the panel. They got Silas Muhammad on the panel. They really pushing this. Now Silas Muhammad might be genuine, but I don't think he even know. At this point. I could be wrong. I don't think he even know the plot. That even though when you're genuine, someone can use your genuine concern against you. Thurman Smart said they ran. Yeah, hey Thurman, man, they had me, man. Listen. I thought these brothers that was on Sinetta, it's sad to say, yeah, I thought they was on to something. And then they tricked me. You know what I mean? You don't need no white man education. I'm like, man, we all speak English up in here. But I used to be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Then before you know it, I said, aha. They saying that you don't need no white man education, so you can buy their little courses that you can't use nowhere. Now listen, I get what people saying. You don't need a degree from a European, et cetera, et cetera. I get what people saying. But you can't sell somebody a course that they can't use somewhere. At least what they can do with the European degree, they can take it somewhere, put it on a resume, and it's accredited. But they tell people, don't go to the white man, don't do the white, all of this stuff. But then sell them a course that they can't even use nowhere. That don't make sense. Y'all better go community college. That's just like telling somebody, don't go to truck driving school. I'll teach you myself. And you're required to bring a certificate from a accredited truck driving school to drive a tractor trailer in whatever state you in, but you didn't learn from your cousin Joey. Man, them people, you ain't got no business in that truck. But they be selling people. They be selling people on the idea that you can learn from me and I can sell you a course that's worthless. Yeah, so I figured it out. I wasn't buying into their courses. No way, buddy. No way, buddy. I wasn't buying into their courses at all. At all. You ain't buying none of that. Take me a minute to catch on, but once I catch on, it's a wrap. Once I catch on, it's a wrap. Because I listen to something, and then I be like, let me think about this. Nah, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. And if you're going to the Reparations Convention, look at this. This is what you're going to see when you go to the Reparations Convention. You're going to pay to hear these people talk. Family, why don't you just Google these people's name and you can hear whatever they talk? All they're going to do is remix what they've been talking before. Save your money for community college. It's all they're going to do is remix what they already been saying. They ain't going to say nothing new. They can't. And they're going to charge you. Now, you might say $40 ain't that much. But if you can get 1,000 people in there for $40, and you can sell some books, and you can sell some gadgets, there's $40 in this, and ain't no students coming in there. Ain't no students coming in there. Only foolish people coming in there. So you can get the $40. Ain't no students coming in there. Students that study political science, students that are studying how to be active in communities and community activists. Ain't nobody coming in there. Why would they do that? And if they do, then what they doing is they setting themselves up to be the next grifter. That's all they doing. They coming in there to look what people talking about so they can learn how to be grifter of the next generation. That's it. Because real people that's about some real building and some real liberation. My bad. People who's about some real building and real liberation, fam, you can almost bet your bottom dollar that they are going in places that support. They are going in places that support. Ramzu Yunus is legit. He's not legit. He's not legit. Ramzu, he's a great orator. With all due respect, Ramzu got a lot of the Moorish sovereignty talking points. They were trying to get Brother Ramzu on my show for the longest. After I seen about 3 of his videos and researched the brother, I said no. I never did a video on him. I never talked down on him, but I said no. Because he got a lot of the pseudo-Moorish talking points. And I said pseudo-Moorish, that's the Moorish people on the internet that talk this sovereign talk. But they haven't lifted one thumb to put brick and mortar to the ground. They want to take over stuff that's already built. They want to take over cities that's already built that they didn't build. What I mean by that, let me be clear. If you live in a city, right, and you want to be the power structure of the city, then you find out the political process, rally your people, and legally do it, legally, lawfully, and keep it pushing. But you don't squat in people's houses. And listen, it doesn't matter. European, people of African descent, some people, just some people, actually work hard so they can have a peaceful sleep at night in their home. And just because one day that you wake up and you feel as though that you got the right to go into their home and not leave because of your ideals that you are owed something, is never going to be right in my eyes. I think if you're going to send something through my Zelle, you can use my email me to alkabay@gmail.com. And I got to look and see what number you can use for my Zelle. Because the number. But this is what I'm saying. And so I've studied, and D.D. Taylor, listen to me. I'm never going to do a show on the brother unless he does one on me and talk about me. But I can point out the talking points that is frivolous. Some of the talking points are frivolous. And they're not going to get us anywhere. Listen, if you want to truly be independent, let's just say, forget the political route. Let's just say, forget the rah-rah route. If you ever traveled across America before, two things you would notice: that there's plenty wide open spaces of land. All of that stuff that America is overpopulated and will be overpopulated by this, that's a flat out lie. Everybody is corralled in cities. And places that were formerly suburbs are becoming even more crowded and now will look like cities. But if you travel around this country, drive around this country, you will see miles and miles of open space. And all of it is for sale. All of it is for sale. If you went towards south, near West Virginia and beyond, you will find mountain property dirt cheap. If you really want to be independent, you can influence some people, if you got that type of influence, and buy an unincorporated town. And y'all can go there and be free as ever. But when people use rhetoric about this is our country, this is our land, and this is ours, and they want to be causing rhetoric and confusion in cities and jurisdictions that is occupied and ran even by the oppressor, they want attention. They just want attention. They don't want to be free, because if they really want to be free, there's a bunch of land out there. Even if they are still considered a United States citizen, they could be left alone in the woods by themselves. They could establish their own plumbing. They could establish their own farms. They could cut down the trees. What's stopping them from cutting down the trees and building their own community? And then incorporate that joint so you can police it without interference. The whole thing I'm saying is most of this stuff is just rhetoric. It's just talk. When you look at some people, two things are going on. Either they're former criminals and scared to sell dope. They're former criminals and scared to scam on a level that could send them back to jail. And so social advancement becomes their hustle. The other side is they're working for the same system that they're claiming to fight against. But they're only fighting with rhetoric. They're only fighting with rhetoric. They're not really fighting. If a person been on a job for 30 years and have not produced good works for a company, in fact, they wouldn't even last 30 years. We are the only people that allow somebody with a 25-year track record with nothing produced. We're the only one that do that. Don't nobody do that. We the only one to do that. Somebody name something that for real. What did Cornell West produce for our people? Inspiration because he went to Ivy League college and then got an Ivy wife? Is that it? Where's the track record? So at the end of the day, see, this is a real talk. This is a real talk that people don't want to have. I sound like Sabir Bey. See, people don't want to have that talk. What have they produced? What have they produced? What have they produced to be a representative for social change? What have they produced? They haven't produced nothing to represent social change. What has Malik? He's the conductor. Now he's the conductor of the reparations movement. What has he produced? Malik, Attorney Shabazz, conductor of the reparation movement. What has Malik Zulu Shabazz produced? Hasn't produced nothing. He's been screaming through a bullhorn for over 20 years. Come on, man. We got to wake up. Who's ever's putting their money, listen, why don't people just say, man, listen, I'm just going to see the people, man. Anybody ever went to a club, you ain't really know what, you didn't really care. You just was going to hang out with the people, man. You ain't know what was going to happen. That's all this is. It's like going to the club. Whenever there's a rally going on, whenever there's a convention going on, whenever there's something going on, it's a great distraction. And then some people, they need the distraction. They need the distraction away from the realities of the real solution. Because when you think about the real solution, there's responsibility and real work that comes with it. See, the real solution is you got to lift up bags of concrete. See, the real solution is you got to go into your bank account and buy some materials and some tools to build something. See, the real solution takes responsibility. See, fake solutions, it just take a bunch of talk and rhetoric. It take a bunch of marching. It takes a bunch of fake solutions. But real solutions, you got to dig some holes. You got to bang some nails. You got to get a hammer drill. That's real solutions. That's real solution. Somebody said the only solution is to leave. Even when you leave, you still got to put some work in, y'all. You still got the hammer drill. You still got to dig some holes. You still got to pour some concrete. You still got to run some electric. You still got to run some plumbing. You got to create your own condition. You got to create your own condition. And if you're expecting somebody to create it for you, you're going to be waiting a long time. There is no European on this planet Earth whose forefathers have painstakingly to put us, that pains went through crazy pains to put us in this condition, this perpetual conditions, to now to now all of a sudden say, I'm going to pay you and I'm going to help you. Once physical slavery couldn't work no more, they had already put the play into motion of how to perpetuate the domination of the mind and have us responding from emotions. And so, you're free to go. You're free to go. They treat us like animals, family. And I'm saying in this respect, in this regard, get a dog. Treat that dog well. What do I mean? Pet that dog. Feed that dog. Sometime that dog get out of line, you might have to kick the dog. Hit the dog. But 70-30, feed that dog. Feed that stray cat. You can open the gate up and say you're free to go. And that dog and that cat will always be nearby. Even if you don't see that dog ain't going too far away. And they use that psychology of a dog for the response that we will have when it comes for us working towards our true freedom, liberation, and independence. And that's sad that I'm using an analogy of a dog. But if you really consider it and you really be honest, many of us, we wouldn't know what to do without a grocery store where we can walk in and say, beep, beep. We wouldn't know what to do without turning on a faucet and grabbing some water or grabbing a bottle. Many of us wouldn't know what to do. That would scare the daylights out of a lot of people. So yeah, we're not ready yet. We're not ready yet. It's a handful of us that are ready, but a handful, we still considering how many infiltrators are around us that's going to throw us off. So we may be ready physically, we may be ready mentally, but that trust issue that the European has installed in us has not been worked out completely either. So the average person is not going to give everything up and say, let's go try this over here with that. Because listen, there's layers to this oppression. There's layers to it. This is why they can bring anybody in our circle that look like us and say hot words. Reparations. White man the devil. Colonizer. They can say all of these hot words, and we will respond accordingly. Drag us around like a big bull with a ring in the nose. We will respond accordingly, and they bank on that. So the reparations, this is a big distraction for this election coming up. You ain't getting a dime. And once the election is gone, this conversation will be gone. Remember, I said it. Once the reparations is gone, once the election is over, this conversation will be over. Malik Zulu Shabazz would not be talking about this. I said this about Malik when he was talking about the curl and the he was doing something about what's the brother that got killed back in the day, and he was running around chasing the European curl and something. And I say once it's over, once the movie is over, they're not going to be talking about it again. Who I'm talking about, family? Come on. What's the brother name? What's the brother name? Y'all been with me? Y'all ain't been with me that long? Remember he was chasing the European lady around? Huh? And I say after the movie, and guess who was with him? Guess who was with him? John Bennett on this flyer. Right there. right between Eva and Com. John Barnett. Emmett Till. Thank you, family. My brain slipped me some time. And I said, once that movie comes out, they will not talk about Emmett Till anymore. And the movie came out, they stopped talking about Emmett Till. The next time they talked about Emmett Till is when the Lady Carol Ann transitioned. And I told everybody that. I ain't been wrong yet. And I'm going to tell you, when this is over, it's going to be the same thing. So let me tell you, family, it's 11:59 on the East Coast. I'm going to do my best to come in here tomorrow. I want to give you the news as I see it, as it unfolds, and I'm going to be on various different topics. I hope I see you, and I'm going to be uploading this on, I'm going to do this on podcast. I'm going to throw these on. It's going to be on Apple and everything. I'm going to start putting myself on podcast. Yeah, because I was talking to a guy at the phone store, and he was like, I was like, man, you know, I do a podcast, and I got to make sure my phone is right, so I can't be having it jamming up. You know what I mean? Do I need security on my phone, et cetera, et cetera? He's like, what's your podcast? I said, I do Moorish World TV. He said, are you on Apple? I said, man, I'm tripping. So I need to get this. I need to get my stuff rolled out on Apple and everything. You know what I mean? People be, I ain't know. Why y'all ain't put me on point that people actually do? I thought everybody just listened to everything on YouTube. Is that really that popular that people actually listen to the podcast without the visuals and all that? See, I like pictures in my book. Yeah, I like pictures in my book, so I really do. I like YouTube, but I see that there's people that just listen to podcasts while they're working. So I guess I got to get myself right. We have to become more literate in economics and law to change our conditions. Well, I think this, Hope Owensville, if we can just get people that's ready to move, then we can always advance in economics and law. See, when our people came right out of slavery, many of them was very responsible politicians. Many of them was very capable in building. The integration thing set us back more than anything. Remember, when our people came out of slavery, out of physical slavery, they went straight to building their own, or they worked the land in which they was enslaved in order to get some money so they can advance and move on another level. The problem is that we've been spoiled. We've been spoiled. And I got nothing against integration. Now, hey, if that's what people want to do, it's on you. Nevertheless, that set us back because when we were educating ourselves, we was a little bit more sharper. When we was forced to feed ourselves, we was a little bit more healthy. We was a little bit more frugal. When we was forced to do for ourselves after slavery, even though we couldn't speak the King's English properly, we could communicate and we could execute our mission thoroughly. But today, they speak better English today. They got better European education today. They got all the bells and whistles to make life a little bit easier today. But when it comes to fighting for true liberation, to do for you, by you, and build for you, we lacking. And there's a lot of people out there with resources to make this happen. Can make this happen. I'm telling you, I put a lot of coins in to try to make something happen, but you can't get enough people who wants to move on it. The good thing about me is that I do have my better half. She all for it. She like, shoot, we might as well just do it ourselves. You know what I mean? He said, come on, GS, you got to stay on a little longer. How much YouTube charge for that? YouTube don't charge me nothing. Shoot. But yeah, man, we got to get busy, man. Listen, I'm going to do everything I can to be on here tomorrow. I want to talk about, I'm going to try to do a fundraiser for my legal woes, man. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a fundraiser for my legal woes. I need a fundraiser, man. Anybody gonna support the fundraiser? Y'all just gonna come here how they keep coming for me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, family, we definitely I think we gonna get there, family, but we need more voices out there. Thank you, Hampton L. We need more voices out there. And the thing is this, let me underscore this. For all of the feds that are watching and the Europeans that are watching. This is not about some hate towards you. This is not about some disdain towards any other group of people. This is simply what any reasonable, intelligent people do. The Chinese people have Chinatown because they know that they can circulate their dollars amongst themselves, and if they want to send something back to China to their local villages, they have the ability to do so because they have other people in America coming into Chinatown and buying their goods and services. The Italian people have Little Italy. And if they choose to separate themselves and be totally independent, they have the ability to do so because they have built financial stability in Little Italy, in Chinatowns, in the Greek village, in the Jew towns. We have yet, as I started off this presentation, we have yet to even organize one block of like-minded people to flourish in economics, commerce, trade. Not one. Not the Hebrews, the Hebrew Israelites. Oh, you let them go marching and you see them videos with 1,000 of them marching in that purple and that what's that, them yellow the yellow stuff going down the street. Oh, we be so excited. But when the march is over, all of them scatter out. They don't live together. They don't grow their own food. They don't pump their own wells. They don't do any of that. But it look really good for YouTube. Not the Moors, not the Hebrew Israelites, not the Nation of Islam, not the Christian church. There's not a group amongst us that see the value in like-minded people living together. And I'm talking about the groups that have afforded the opportunity to do it and have not done it. So there it is. Family, I'm up out of here. I appreciate you. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. You dig? And to Thurman Smart, email me, brother. I'll email you that information. But I do got to get out of here, man. I'm tired. This is my second show today. You understand what I'm saying? This is my second live stream today. I was teaching Moorish science earlier. I was teaching history. I was teaching logic of leadership in Moorish science and why it was why it's so divided and so misunderstood on the internet. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'm back in the mood. Let me tell you what happened. I've been dealing with a lot of legal matters, so it kept me, the time that I used to put my shows together, I've been working on that. And then, family, the allergy season hit. Man, I was tired, my stomach and my nose, oh my goodness, I was feeling some type of way. And I wanted to go live a couple days, but man, and then let me tell you something. What's up, Talene? Let me tell you something. And then, it's this lady that I know, right? It's the lady that I know. Man, she's a hard-working lady. But let me tell you something. Man, she be giving me a run for my money. I'm trying to tell you. She be giving me a run. And sometimes I can't get here on time to do something. I can't get here on time. Because it's this lady, you know what I mean? I can't say no names. Because she might be watching. So, nah. On the real though, my wife is like, something wrong with you? You haven't been live. What's going on with you, baby? That sound like a grandma though. What's going on with you, baby? Yeah, but my wife's like, what's going on? You haven't been live. What's going on? You all right? What's going on? I'm like, nah. Sorry, I've just been working on this. Da, da, da. And I said, I'm not inspired because right now I'm just working on trying to get this paperwork out. Da, da, da. So, but yeah, man, I got a good support system. So, and I hope y'all support just as well. But with that being said, family, I'm up out of here. You understand? I'm up out of here. I see y'all tomorrow. Same bad time. I'm going to try to go early. In fact, I can't go early tomorrow. It's my baby girl birthday tomorrow. My goodness. My baby girl birthday tomorrow, family. I forgot all about that. I will be live tomorrow, but it will be later. Let me show you my baby girl. That's my baby girl. Let me show you my baby girl. I got 5 sons. Most everybody grown now to a degree. You know what I mean? But my baby girl, where my baby girl at? Her birthday tomorrow. Yeah, she will be 1 year old tomorrow, family. And man, the time flies. That's my baby girl right there. That's my baby girl right there. Yeah, that's her right there. That means she be. That's my baby girl right there. You know what I'm saying? So she be 1 year old tomorrow. I mean, 1 year old. And oh my goodness, she's something else too. Good goodness gracious. She's something else. And walking out, daddy! Hardly can say daddy. So we going kick it with her early evening, and then at 10 o'clock I will be live. You know what I'm saying? I will be live at that time. But yeah, man, you know, take care of yourself, man. Take care of your family, man. Let me show y'all something, man. This is I'll show y'all something real quick. Hold up. Yeah, I'm definitely on this. I'm definitely on this family kick, man. I got to be, because at the end of the day, man, we all we got. You know what I mean? And you should be the same way. It's to be on that family kick, man. I done gave a lot of people time that wasn't even worthy of my time, man. So I mean, there go my family right there. You know what I mean? There go my family right there. You know what I'm saying? That's my family right there. So family. To me. And so and that's the thing, you know, a lot of these people, right? A lot of these people that claim to be a lot of these people that claim to be about something, you know what I mean? Anybody that know me, whether it's my family, my friends that I grew up with, my day ones, they know that I am a Moorish American Muslim to the bone. They know I don't try to force nothing on anybody, that just like anybody else have their way of life, that's my way of life. You understand? And it is what it is. But a lot of people that you see on the internet, they not about this stuff. You see Moors talking that old stuff about the right to travel. They ain't about that stuff. They family ain't into that. They children ain't into that. I mean, and I'm not saying all of my children is down 1,000% rolling, but in the family unit that I have created in this era, that's what we do. That it is what it is. You know what I mean? But most of these people on the internet, they not into that. Most of these people screaming Black Power and all this marching, they going home to something else. They going home to something else. Most of these people screaming this Moorish stuff, they going home to something else. Somebody said, should we get a black town? Yeah, absolutely. We should have our own community. Absolutely. Absolutely. But we got to get people with the aptitude ready to work. Absolutely. Absolutely. But we need to get people who are ready to work. Because if you don't get people who are ready to work, all you're going to do is incur an expense. That's all you're going to do. You're going to get an expense. You need people that are dedicated and ready to work. And they got to have a few dollars. You got to have it's going to take finance. You got to have money. You got to have money. You know what I mean? Even the things that I do, man, I've invested in some stuff and it's locked in, can't move it, just stuck, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But I appreciate y'all. Didi, Didi tell I ain't paying you no mind. I ain't turning up tonight anyway. I'm going to turn up tomorrow night. Joke with me tomorrow, Didi. I'm going to get you tomorrow. Where are your day twos? Man, let me tell you something. I ain't got too many day twos. You know what I mean? I ain't got no day twos. Once we friends forever. But with that being said, family, I see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy baby girl birthday tomorrow. And I see y'all tomorrow right here, family, on Moorish World TV. Please share, like, and subscribe. Peace and love. And if any breaking stories come, listen, because y'all Moorish World TV citizen. Moorish World TV updates at gmail.com. Moorish World TV updates at gmail.com. If any breaking stories come, you follow me? Go on, send it to Moorish MWTv updates at gmail.com. Any breaking stories. I'm going to be on standby. I'm really trying to build this media so I can get from doing the hard work out there with my hands and physical labor. So I'm trying to find a way where I can monetize some of these talents that I have with these live streams. And so I'm telling you off the top, people say, "Oh, you doing it for views?" Yeah. I think we bring quality information. I think the quality information, advertisers will pay for it. And if I create me a platform outside of YouTube, I believe that people would subscribe to quality information and quality research. And so, breaking stories, hit me up.